So I use the app called Swipes. I really enjoy it. It's really simple. It's just a to-do list app, but that's the first thing I do. So any podcast episode idea goes there.
Okay.
And then if I want to go flush that out, I just have Evernote folders for all of that. And a lot of times, like how I come up with like Instagram quotes and stuff is whenever I'm reading or talking, like there is a folder or there is a document or whatever just for quotes that I might share on Instagram. There's a folder for podcast ideas. There's a folder for course ideas or content for courses. And it's just dump, and I know where that is. And then when it's like, oh crap, I need an episode, like it's usually just all there mapped out for me, and I just press record and go.
I love the idea of having a process for the ideas when they pop up.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Okay, so here's another question. This is from Carl Allen, who's an absolute superstar from the UK. And he says, I've built a 7-figure online course over the past 18 months, and my business is growing even faster. My goal is to outsource everything except my genius. When I read this, I said, and he's so humble too. I love that. I'm transitioning from working in my business to being the entrepreneur and leader. What's the best way to lead, manage, and motivate my growing outsourced team? And what tools and mentors should I leverage? Thank you. He said thank you, so he gets an answer. So what do you guys think? Who's got something?
You want to share some stuff?
I think we all can, yeah.
Hit it, Rick.
So I kind of touched on this earlier as far as outsourcing or like figuring out where you're going to start. Just listing out all the different types of things that you hate doing in your business that drain the life out of you, drain the energy out of you, listing out all the things too that light you up, that you know, the genius part, and focusing on those things, and then starting to look for people who can fill in those gaps for you that can take care of the things that you don't like doing and that drain the life out of you. As I mentioned to you before, for me, like this has been a process, and I've hired people and they haven't worked out, and you know we're on a better streak lately of finding some good people for that. But that's really the process that I have done. And that whole shift, I would say for James and I have talked a lot and Amy and I have talked to us a lot about this too. Going from entrepreneur to CEO is probably the biggest shift that I've made in my business, and I'm still going through that. And it's one of those things that not a lot of people talk about, because it's a completely different mindset of like, I built this business and now I'm going to shift into having my team, you know, building up a team and take the business forward. And it's really wrapping your head around, if I'm going to, I did a podcast and an email about this, like perfectionism, and you know, getting bogged down by, I need things to be perfect, quote unquote, in order for me to be happy with it. And I've finally realized that my business is not going to grow if I get stuck in that perfectionism. And a big part of that comes with bringing your team on and growing the team and having to let go of the control, like let go of your baby basically, because you've built it to this point, and now in order to grow you do have to let go of that. So there's a lot more that we can talk about it too.